On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At point guard, Peyton Pritchard. At center, Nikola Vucevic. At the other guard position, Derek White. At small forward, Jaylen Brown. At the other forward position, Jason Tatum. The head coach of the visiting team is Joe Mazzulla. Now introducing the starters for the Miami Heat. 7 feet, number 7, Khalid. 6 feet, number 45, Davion Mitchell. 6'7", number 22, Andrew Wiggins. Number 14, Tyler Hero. 6'9", number 13.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs come to town, kicking off a homestand for them. Then on Thursday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Looking at the starting five for Boston, Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think, that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Now here's Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Shoots. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Adebayo with the rejection. They recover it. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Hero. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
What a job Wiggins has done with his passing skills. Significantly improved over the years.
Here's Pritchard. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
He's perfect from the line this time. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
VA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Now here's Brown. He just could not put it together in that loss to New York. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. Their team's biggest concern tonight, the scoring of Jaylen Brown. Coach commenting, quote, Brown has become an elite scorer in this league. Jaylen can have huge nights. We know he's going to score, but we have to limit his easy looks, especially early. Something to watch, BA.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Mitchell. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Hero. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Hero's got his second basket on the night.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Here's Pritchard. Checked by Mitchell. Here's White. Deflected. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. It's tipped. Pass to Hero. Takes a three. It's hauled in by White. Celtics lead by 3. It's Brown on the wing. Hounded by Wiggins. Brown passes to White. It's hauled in by the Heat. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Now here's Brown, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Tatum against Adebayo. The three is up. Again, the miss by Boston.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Mitchell to pass to Wiggins. Mitchell against Brown. From the line. Chalk up 2 there.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Adebayo against Tatum. Fires for 3. The rebound by Ware.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Outside Mitchell. They set 2 for 4 in this game.
And that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Time to turn up the heat with the very own Miami Heat Dance.
last month. Here's a look at the big men who have shot the ball the best from outside the arc, a growing trend in today's NBA. Second, Jason Tatum.
And we all love to talk about floor spacing. Well, this group of bigs provide exactly that, which is what makes them so special.
Yep, and once you do that, you're going to open up the lane. And with the threat those guys pose on the perimeter, an opposing defense has no way to deal with that.
Now here's White. No points yet. Pritchard, the pass to White. Picked by Vucevic to win the drought. White can't hit.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
From Tyler Hero.
Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Here's Pritchard, 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Tatum.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
The Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Now here's Tatum, coming off a 37-point game against the Knicks in New York.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him.
Here's Mitchell, trailing by 2. Wiggins finds Mitchell. Wiggins against Brown. Pass to Mitchell. From the arc. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Pritchard. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Brown passes to White. Here's Pritchard. Checked by Mitchell. Pritchard, no good. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Hero against Tatum. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Back to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Hero for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Brown against Wiggins. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Powell, he's checked in for Miami. Terry Rozier comes in for Mitchell. Boucher's checked in for Boston. And that one misses. With the All-Star break just around the corner, Brent, which event are you most excited for?
Well, I get fired up about the three-point contest. I think it's the most exciting thing that happens over the course of the All-Star weekend. And you know how much talk there has been about adjusting the game and some of the other competitions that go on. But I love the three-point shootout, BA. I do have a dunk trophy at home that would say otherwise, but it's the 3-ball.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
All right, Heat fans, get
Here's Pritchard, pounded by Rozier. Back to White. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
The Heat have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Here's Ware. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Here's Adebayo. Banked it in off the glass. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Pritchard. Boucher a screen on Rozier. Here's Pritchard. Off the mark there with a three. Rozier finds Powell. And there's another one for the Heat.
And Powell being aggressive here. Chalk up another bucket.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. Fires the three. Powell pulls it in. Pass to Ware. Now Adebayo. Now Powell. Coming off a terrific game against Brooklyn. Hero with it. Just 5 to shoot. Gets the three to fall. And now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
You can tell Tyler Hero has put some hours in shooting the rock.
Brown against Powell. Now here's Brown to end the run. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Pass to Hero from about 19. Boston with a rebound. Here's Pritchard. Boucher outside. Left side White. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Pass to Hero. Let's go with a 3. Hero with another miss. Celtics trail by 4. Brown with it, guarded by Adebayo. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. So it's Miami now, following the bucket by Boston. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hero right now working himself into a lather, staying aggressive, and drawing the defense's attention.
Miami shooting their first foul shots of the night. First one falls for him. And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Jaquez comes in for Adebayo. A big group substitution here for Boston. Cadiz checked in for Vucevic. Tatum comes in for Brown. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Rubio is subbed in for Pritchard. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Tatum, shot is good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Rubio against Rozier. Hero outside. The three. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Pass to Tatum. Outside Rubio. Here's Hauser. Pounded by Rozier. Hauser can't get it to go.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Back to Powell. Pass to Jovic. This one for three. Hits a three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 5.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
And that does it for the first quarter. Heat out in front. They're up by 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Celtics trail by 5. On the floor for Boston, they've got Ricky Rubio, Jason Tatum out there with Chris Boucher, and it's Queta in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Tatum. Tries again. Can't capitalize inside. Heat leading by 5. Outside Jaquez. It's picked off. Tatum inside. Jaquez covered. Counted. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
And so it's Rozier who brings it up for the Heat. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building, not in a good mood.
Powell's shot is off. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Rubio. On the wing, Tatum, hounded by Wiggins. And it's Tatum missing. Miami has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Wow, it's good.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Tatum. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one belongs to Wiggins.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's off. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Mitchell comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Good on the second one. Miami leading by 5. Mitchell with the ball. He's got 7. Pass to Jaquez. Rozier looking around. Adebayo sets a screen. Clock at 6. Rozier can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 5. Hauser passes to Tatum. Out left to the wing. Now here's Rubio. Checked by Mitchell. Here's Queta. Adebayo with a steal. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's Rubio. And it's off from three-point range. Miami's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3. Here's Hauser. Hounded by Rozier. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got his first 2 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
The drive by Mitchell.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First personal foul. First team foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Now at the line, Davion Mitchell.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, it was really just the failure to convert shots on a consistent basis. That's going to cost you games, believe me.
Well, the defense against them had a little something to do with it, but you still got to go out there. You got to find a way to get good looks. You got to keep working the system, and quite frankly, they just couldn't do that.
On defense, the Heat. 4-point game. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The shot by Rubio, no good. And it's Rozier with the ball for the Miami Heat. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter at 6'9". Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers, yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Celtics trail by 4. Rubio looking around. Pass to Boucher. Tatum, a screen on Adebayo. Here's Keita. Jaquez covers. Keita, pass to Hauser. Shoots over Rozier. And he hits the jumper. Hauser's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Adebayo sets a screen. Powell for 3. And they recover it. Rozier from outside. And it's Boucher with the rebound. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Tatum from long range. That one falls. Coming off Rubio's feed. Tatum's got 16 points now.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
And he makes it.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Tatum inside, working on Powell. They get it back.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Tatum against Powell. Powell with a steal. And here we go. The Heat fast break. Up the floor. That's good from Jaquez. On the assist from Powell. Powell's got 5 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 5. Hauser passes to Rubio. And here's Tatum. Shoots over Powell. True on the 14-footer. He's got 18.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
Rozier, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Rozier. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And after putting it down, from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Outside Tatum. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And looking at our leaderboard now, here are the big men putting up the big points over the last 10 games. Third is Jason Tatum.
This group of big men go into every game with the mindset that no defense can guard them. And you know what? They're usually right.
Well, you're building a team. The foundation starts here. Big men who can dominate a game offensively in the low post. Every franchise would like to have one. And this is the cream of the crop.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Tyler Hero's checked in for Rozier. A big group substitution here for Boston. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Brown comes in for Boucher. Derek White's checked in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for Rubio. And so Tatum nails both of them. Here's Mitchell. Give him 8. Hero outside. Mitchell, the pass to Hero. Over White. And again, it's Miami converting.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
On the wing, Tatum. Up top, Brown. From behind the arc. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum with a steal. Here's Pritchard. Drills it from deep. Pritchard's got 5 points.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
White against Hero. To the middle. And Adebayo slams it in.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. White finds Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing. And Hero grabs the board. Miami leading by 4. Pass to Mitchell. Powell outside. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Tatum. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Adebayo. Now here's Hero. Powell with it. Shoots over Brown. That one's good from Powell. On the assist by Hero. Powell's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Here's Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Here's Vucevic. Rebound by the Heat.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Mitchell against Tatum. Pass to Jaquez. With the 10-footer. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
The free throw drops for Jaquez.
Now, you come into the league as a 22-year-old rookie. Jaquez Jr. excelled from the jump. I mean, tons of collegiate experience, very mature, and I think that's paid off in the early stages here.
Boston making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And Jaquez drops them both. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Hauser. Now White. White with a screen on Mitchell. Brown with it. There's the 3. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Mitchell. Give him 8. Pass to Jaquez. And here's Adebayo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
First free throw is good.
Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, a true defensive anchor.
Norman Powell, he's checked in for Miami. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Heat leading by 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Here's Hauser. Vucevic, a screen on Adebayo to the paint. And Vucevic slams it in.
Rolling with purpose off the pick. Vooch, impressive basketball IQ, is really featured in screen and rolls.
Pass to Ware. He takes it in, and it's flushed down. A nice. Both sides are fired up. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Celtics trail by 6. Outside, Brown. Here's Hauser. Now here's Vucevic. Offline with a 3. White against Powell. Pass to Hero. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's an 8-point Miami lead. Boston's gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Here's Hauser. The 3 ball. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Powell passes to Hero. Back to Powell. And here's Adebayo. Now Hero. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And the first half now in the books. It's the Heat up by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draws. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
I always like to play other good teams. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We'll see if they accept the challenge.
Iron sharpens iron, right, Shaq?
Yes.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Celtics.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now. And why wouldn't you?
Celtics trail by 9. Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the center position. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Tatum passes to White. Here's Pritchard. White with a screen on Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Hero. Outside Mitchell. Launches it. And the Heat, another 3.
Good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. White against Hero. Pass to Pritchard. Drives to the hoop. And that one drops. Pritchard's got 7 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Adebayo, no good. Celtics trail by 10. Inside. Here's Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Mitchell finds Adebayo. Hero for 3. It's hauled in by White. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
White against Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Mitchell. The 3. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Defensively, can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's rejected. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
On defense, the Heat. They've got a 9-point lead. Brown with it, guarded by Adebayo. Tatum from long range. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Time for dance game. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. keep it going. Let's hear it for you.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Now here's Wiggins. Adebayo, a screen on Brown. Back to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Nothing to force here. Wiggins patient, and he found the open man.
Celtics trail by 8. Outside, Brown. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. The shake. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Brown's got 16 points.
Yeah, tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown, a legit star in this league.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Hero. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on White.
And the defense kind of forced that tricky play from Hero. He still gets the shot off while being fouled.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Every team in the league would love to have a guy like Tyler Hero, an elite shooter off the catch, scores in bunches, and spaces the floor.
And so Hero nails both of them.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Outside White. Back to Pritchard. Outside Brown. Tatum, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Brown. No good off the glass.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the 2nd best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. Hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And that one falls for Vucevic.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Here come the Heat dancers, everybody.
And let's take a look at the centers and power forwards having a strong month at the free throw line. Number 1, Nikola Vucevic.
For him, it's about remaining aggressive and trying to get to the stripe as much as possible. It's evident he's got a nice stroke from there, and he needs to continue to exploit this in his and his team's favor.
So it's Miami now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Mitchell. Adebayo sets a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
That time Bam just shifted the D over and found a bucket all by himself.
Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Pritchard. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Boston again missing.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Wiggins against Brown. White with the steal. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Tatum's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Outside Mitchell. Hero left side. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Hero for 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Tatum with it. Guarded by Adebayo. Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Brown's got 18 points in the game.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Hero. Wiggins right side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Pump fake is so devastating, especially for a great offensive weapon like Wiggins.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle. The hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Powell, he's checked in for Miami. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Wiggins drops them both.
And Andrew Wiggins came into this league as such a special talent. It's so great to see all of that blossoming this far into his career.
Now here's Vucevic. Defense right on him. There's Tatum with the 3. Rebound Miami. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Hero. And here's Adebayo. Powell outside. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Pritchard, hounded by Wiggins. Back to Pritchard. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. Shot from the top of the key. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Hero's got 23 points.
And a nice 6.
Tatum, a screen on Hero. Here's Pritchard. Pure from three-point range. Pritchard's got 12 points in the game.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Hero, the pass to Powell. Here's Ware. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's Ware missing.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to Adebayo. Hero for three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hero's got 7 points for the quarter.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Vucevic with it. Back to Pritchard. Brown with it. Powell covers. Vucevic, a screen on Powell. Brown inside. Powell covers. Brown, no good. Miami leading by 6. Here's Hero. Here he goes. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Love it when Hero gets in there and goes strong like that because he can bully sometimes on the shot.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Jaquez is checked in for Miami. Rozier comes in for Adebayo. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Andrew Wiggins.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
Outside, Brown. Oh, look at Brown. Bang it inside.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Now here's Rozier. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Jaquez with a screen on Brown. Count it. Hero's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Rubio passes to Boucher. Here's Keita. Jaquez covers. Pass to Hauser. Shot clock at 6. And Brown with the stuff.
You're taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Rozier against Rubio. Hero outside. Jaquez with a screen on Brown. It's Hero on the take. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
And Rubio, the bucket, on the assist from Brown. And now it's just a 4-point Heat lead.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Rozier, the pass to Powell. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. He can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
That one falls for Powell.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Celtics trail by 7. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Hauser. And the layup is good off the glass. Hauser's got 6.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Powell. Boston pulls it in. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Brown. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Tyler Hero has been on display for the Heat. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
It's got to be a sense of urgency right now, okay? Any kind of tip out or 50-50 ball, we got to own that. And then we got to communicate. I don't know, but it's got to be a real sense of urgency.
Coach Spoelstra begging his guys to be more assertive in all aspects of the game.
And in close games, Coach Spo is solid at knowing how to get his guys to kick it up a notch.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Chris Boucher. He's out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Rubio in at point guard. Pass to Keita to the right side. 3 on the clock. Unloads. The shot by Rubio, no good. Miami leading by 5. To the inside. Here's Jaquez. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And this is what Jaquez likes to do. Attack on the interior.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Hauser. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Sam Hauser, 2.
And he drops the first. And so he hits both.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Miami leading by 5. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And Norman Powell, as a point getter, understands the value of the free throw. He's been over 80% for his career at the line.
Now at the line, Norman Powell. 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He will step up and start to pour it in.
And so Powell nails them both.
Now Norman Powell is settling in and understanding more and more of who he is at the professional level. He's a scorer, and he can shoot the 3 at a high clip.
Tatum inside, working on Powell. Tatum inside, Powell covers. Tatum can't hit.
nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Adebayo. Back to Rozier. Beyond the arc. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 6 rebounds in the game. Tatum against Powell. Rubio with the ball. Boucher outside. Fires from deep. Some solid D from Jaquez. Miami leading by 7. Here's Mitchell with the drive. And Mitchell with the slam.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
On the wing, Tatum. Powell covers. Powell against Tatum. And down it goes. 2 points. Tatum's got 9 points now in the second half.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Adebayo finds Powell. 4-3. Hits the trifecta. And the Heat lead by 10.
Good play by Powell. Just a strong field to take the 3 that time.
Rubio against Mitchell. Showing off the strength.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Mitchell against Rubio. Powell for 3. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 6 assists now in the game. Celtics trail by 11. Outside Rubio. Tatum a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Boucher. Tatum against Powell. Outside Tatum for 3. Adebayo grabs the board.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. And stolen by Boucher. Here's Tatum. Here's Keita. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. Keita's gotten his first basket of the night.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Outside Mitchell. Right wing. Rubio against Adebayo. Over Rubio. Adebayo, no good. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Hauser. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. These days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
And he makes a first. Some changes for Boston. Walsh is checked in for Boucher. And Pritchard is subbed in for Rubio. Good on both. Miami leading by 7. Outside Jaquez. Back to Mitchell. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Down low. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Back to Pritchard. Outside Tatum from deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Here's Mitchell. He's off on the layup. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. To the paint. Here's Keita. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, elevating his playmaking skills over time. Tatum is a winner who enjoys setting up his teammates.
And here's Hero. Now Mitchell. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Second team foul. Davion Mitchell.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Jaquez. That one misses. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Pritchard. Gets the 3 ball to go. Pritchard's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 in the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
For your Heat High Squad, make some noise. Get loud, fans. On the court is your High Squad. Who wants a t-shirt?
To the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. B.A.?
Appreciate the report, Allie. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. It's a 5-point game. There's a screen. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Team foul. Now at the line, Davion Mitchell. If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line, my call would sound like this. Now at the line, Jaylen Brown. 1.
So it's Boston now. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Here's Pritchard. White with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Pritchard, checked by Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Pritchard, no good.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Now here's Mitchell. No good on the triple. Here's Pritchard. To the middle. Now here's Tatum from outside the arc. And Hero grabs the board. Hero's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Unloads from 13. And the bucket is good. Hero's got 13 in the second half.
In that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
Vucevic, a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Brown. And here's Tatum. Counted by Adebayo. Tatum can't hit.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Up top, Hero. He's guarded by White. Hero with the bucket.
Fighting the inside defender. Hero really works to get to the bucket.
Celtics trail by 12. Pass to Vucevic. They set the screen. Outside, Brown. Now White. He's guarded by Hero. Here's Pritchard. Here's Vucevic. Tatum from long range. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. Tatum's got 37.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Get ready to get hyped, fans. It's your Heat Breaker Dance Crew. That is your Heat Breaker Dance Crew. Give them a round of applause.
Miami leading by 9. Outside Mitchell. Here's Hero. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third personal foul.
Shooting just about 90% from the charity stripe now. Not wasting freebies here in the second half.
Tyler Hero.
That one falls for Hero.
And Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. He does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
And so Hero nails both of them.
You really have to appreciate what they've done at the free throw line in this half.
Brown against Wiggins. Right side Brown. Pass to Tatum. Oh, Tatum taking flight. Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. Hero outside. Shoots over White. And there's Hero on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got assist number 7 tonight. Vucevic, a screen on Adebayo. It's Brown on the wing. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Vucevic. Hero with it. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by White.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Love it when Vucevic attacks with intent. He has the size and strength to dominate around the cup.
White against Hero. Adebayo a screen on White. Hero for three. Sinks the tray. Hero's got 41.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Heat.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And this is an even matchup, 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Tyler Hero.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Hero for three. Rebound Boston. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
Outside Holiday, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Offensive rebound. Outside, Brown. Again, the miss by Boston. So the Heat win it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Tyler, these Miami fans, they are so appreciative of the effort that you guys displayed tonight. Talk about what they mean to you.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without these amazing fans right here, so we appreciate you guys. Continue to support us through the ups and downs, and we appreciate y'all.
Thanks so much, Tyler.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Tyler Hero.
Head forward, 6'11", number 34, the Green Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Golden State Warriors. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Let's take a look at the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now Golden State's starting 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Green is out there with Porzingis, and it's Butler in at the 3 slot. And for the Bucks, Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Turner. And it's Porter in at the 2 guard spot. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Bulls. Green bounce pass. Pajemski finds Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Anthony. Here's Curry with the three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Antetokounmpo passes to Anthony. Antetokounmpo against Green. To the middle. Here's Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Outside, Porzingis. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Shooting two.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And both free throws good for Curry. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek freak. But I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem. Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass was coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
Green with a screen for Curry. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
We talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Curry following the basket by Giannis. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
for Green. He's averaging 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Podziemski. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Bucks, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And I think for the Bucks, they're not in a good place right now as a ball club. After the success of last season, they were expecting bigger and better things this year.
And you know what? Even though the season hasn't been a complete disaster, they're pretty dysfunctional as a team right now.
Outside Porter. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Latrey. Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Curry outside. Drains the three-pointer. Curry's got 11.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Turner from past the arc. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it. And does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
3 shots.
That free throw good from Turner.
And, you know, because Turner is such a good free throw shooter for his position, defenses really can't send him to the line too often. He'll make them pay.
Second free throw, no good. And he nails the third. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Green. Now Butler for 3. The rebound by Turner. Giannis against Green. Out to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
A reliable stretch four. In this day and age, Kuzma is very valuable because of his three-point shooting.
Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Porzingis. Fires from deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Anthony. And here is Turner from deep. And the dunk by Giannis.
Boy, extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
Here's Podziemski. Guarded by Porter. And it's sent back by Turner. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Warriors trail by 7. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Now Pajemski. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game.
And they're second in the league in field goal percentage against. They have been dominant on that end, and boy, do they do a great job of closing out on shooters and locking down the lane.
And holding opponents to the fewest points per game has to be the stat they're most proud of. You know, that's a great reward for all the hard work they put in on defense.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
The Bucks making a switch here. Rollins is checked in. And both free throws good for Curry.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Giannis. Down low, Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Porzingis, another key contributor to that nice win against Chicago. Curry deciding where to go with it. Lets it go with the 3. And the Warriors miss again. Milwaukee leading by 7. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Here's Curry following the basket by Giannis.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Rollins. Kuzma against Butler. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. A three-pointer is right on target.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Porzingis. Still yet to score. Butler against Kuzma. He gets that one.
A well-put-together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there. Not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all.
To the inside. And Curry pulls it down. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 10. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Al Horford checked in for the Warriors. D'Anthony Melton comes in for Brandon Pajemski. Warriors trail by 12. Pass to Melton. Green kicks to Butler. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Butler's got 5.
When Butler hits this shot, he's impossible to defend.
Here's Rollins. Guarded by Curry. Rollins the pass to Turner. Cloak loose. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Green kicks to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Pass to Turner. Butler against Kuzma. Outside Porter. Off target with his three. Warriors trail by 13. Now Green, guarded by Kuzma. Horford finds Melton. And Curry has it in the corner. Over Giannis. It's in the bucket for his fourth field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. So we appreciate your report. Rollins against Curry. Rollins the pass to Turner. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got 13. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
You've got to respect Green at the arc. If he gets open out there, he can make you pay.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Kuzma. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma with a screen on Green. 14 feet away. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. Giannis has got 19 points.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Now here's Green. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago. Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 11-point game. Turner with a screen on Green. Antetokounmpo with the bucket. 1 point in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Now here's Curry. A 23-point game for him in the win against Chicago. No good on the three.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yes, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Clark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Smith is out there with Rollins. And it's Coffey in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Horford against Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. Over Porzingis. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
The shot by Payton, no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one on Horford.
You know, no opponent is willing to give Antetokounmpo an easy look. I mean, they want to make it hard on him. He's going to get bodied up, and he's learned to accept that.
And the first one at the line is good.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And the Warriors making a change here. Podziemski's checked in. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
He's a nightly triple-double threat, and I think Giannis is the most unguardable player in the game.
To Porzingis. Outside, Horford. Podziemski on the wing. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play.
First personal foul.
It's on Bobby Portis. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Rollins against Melton. Back to Smith. Fires the three. Coffey can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Melton with the ball. Here's Moody. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Horford no luck.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Antetokounmpo passes to Rollins. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Bobby Portis.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him early.
Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Comes up empty down low.
At the defensive end, Horford, he gives you everything he's got. Always looking to contest shots.
Back to Podziemski. Inside, here's Porzingis, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Bobby Portis.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
One shot.
Here in the second quarter, we play defense. Better shot from Antetokounmpo.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Come on, fans.
Here to look at the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 6th in scoring, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want to corral it. Number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Porzingis with a screen on Rollins. Milton with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. Milton passes to Moody. 6 on the shot clock. Milwaukee with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Giannis. To the paint. Here's Coffey. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Antetokounmpo. Horford with the rebound. Warriors trail by 15. Now, here's Moody. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Pass to Podziemski. Connects from three-point range. Podziemski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bucks leading by 12. Rollins the pass to Giannis. Portis a screen on Horford. Puts it up from 12. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Here's Podziemski, covered by Smith. Porzingis, king it over. Pass to Moody. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Giannis. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Warriors trail by 12. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Inside. Horford the pass to Moody. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight. There it goes. Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Mr. Porzingis. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Thursday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Injuries aside, Porzingis' growth here in the league, I think, has been really quite rapid. It's clear that he puts in the time in practice to continue to refine his scoring ability and overall skill set.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Turner's checked in for Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Amir Coffey. Kevin Porter's checked in for Smith. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins.
That's a great job getting to the line here. He didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second. Overall, though, I think they've taken good care of the basketball. That's their first turnover.
Warriors trail by 13. And here is Curry. 18 points for him. Over Anthony. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Curry's got 20.
Working that in-between area. Steph likes to keep the defense on its heels.
Antetokounmpo finds Anthony. Back to Antetokounmpo. Turner with a screen for Antetokounmpo. Down low. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 5 assists in the game. Up top, Curry, covered by Anthony. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Curry, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. Which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
And the shot is good. The Bucks' lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Stephen Curry. Giannis dishes to Anthony. Giannis a screen on Curry. Pass to Kuzma. Some solid defense from Butler.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks. Free throw good, Kuzma.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Offensive rebound. Portis on the follow. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner denying another one of the league's best shot blockers year in and year out.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Butler on the way, guarded by Kuzma. 4 on the clock.
And, you know, you want to keep seeing this from Kuzma, I think. Active, engaged, and being effective on the defensive end.
The Bucks working the ball around. Porter finds Anthony. Misses the three. Warriors trail by 14. Left side Curry. Back to Butler. Shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Butler's got his third bucket of the night. Curry against Anthony. Pass to Kuzma. Now Turner. Outside Curry. Driving to the basket. Count that bucket. Curry's got 25 points in the game.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. Number 5, the Warriors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
That free throw good from Turner. Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. Green comes in for Al Horford. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Outside, Green. Curry setting the pick for Green. Outside, Butler. The rebound by the Bucks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Kuzma kicks to Portis. Pass to Kuzma. Porzingis with the block.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is all
great easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
A shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Curry with it. 25 points in the game. Lock at 6. Nice move. It's good. Curry's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Back to Anthony. Shoots over Curry. Anthony's shot is off.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Portis, the pass to Anthony. Lays it up off the glass. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Steph, what do you think of your defense in the first half?
We're a step late, I think. And, they made tough shots. We can't take away from that. But for the most part, we have to find a way to guard that line if they're knocking down shots to keep them out the game.
We'll see where the adjustments take you. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
And a look here now at the Bucks. Guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And here are the Warriors now. It's a 10-point game. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Here's Curry. Headshot off. Excellent D there from Anthony.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Pass to Podziemski. Outside, Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, guys, KP sometimes is just overwhelming. I mean, when he gets good positioning, he sometimes just forces the defense to foul.
The first one falls. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Bucks leading by 11. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Pass to Turner. Kuzma with it. Turner inside. Defended by Butler. The shot by Turner no good. Warriors trail by 11. Curry wide open. No good from outside. Giannis against Butler. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Stephen Curry. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. One shot.
And that one misses. Warriors trail by 13. Here's Podziemski over Porter. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Podziemski's got 7 points. Now Giannis. 33 points for him. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Turner with the screen for Giannis. Driving in, and the layup's good off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Back to Curry. And it's sent back by Turner.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And Clark Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Podziemski. Guarded by Porter. Podziemski, the bounce pass. Turner with the steal. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Nice heads-up defense from Turner there, paying off with a successful fast break.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
One shot.
Free throw good. Porter.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1, 2, and the 3, and no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
Back to Curry. Looking to end the run. Chalk up 2 there. Curry's got 29.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Porter with it. Now Green defending. Here's Giannis. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist in this one.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Right side, Porzingis. Back to Podziemski. To Porzingis. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Can't hit from 12. Warriors trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Green with a screen on Giannis. It's Curry outside. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, Porter has tremendous talent and is very creative. He's good at getting his guys the ball when they're ready to score. A good passer because he's got good vision.
Back to Podziemski. Golden State moving it around. It's to Porzingis. Turner with the steal. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, led by Green. They get it back. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
A combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
The shot from 20 feet away. Porzingis can't hit.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Outside, Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. Anthony nowhere around. Good. And Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th assist on the night. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Outside, Porzingis. To the inside. It's Solomon Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Giannis dunks it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Butler. Here's Podziemski. Guarded by Porter. Porzingis with a screen on Porter. Here's Podziemski. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Curry. He's got 29 points to end the drought. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Kuzma outside. Porzingis comes with the double team. Pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. And here's Antetokounmpo outside.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Green passes to Curry. Back to Green. To the middle. Wants to get it to Butler and does. The shot's good. 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
Butler challenges the opposing team everywhere on the court. Never afraid of any situation. He'll battle you down low.
Giannis drives in. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
He's off on the first.
You know, their lead could be larger right now, but their efficiency from the line has tailed off just a bit.
And he sinks the second.
And when it comes to efficiency, Anthony's strongest suit is at the line.
And the Bucks making a change here. Rollins is checked in. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pass to Turner. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Turner's got 19 points.
Boy, games like this really show Turner is the full package. When he puts it all together, it's special.
That's a 2 from Butler. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Kuzma outside. Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
It's Solomon Antetokounmpo. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Turner with a screen for Kuzma. Pulls it up. The Warriors pull it in. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be game 5 of 7 on the road. Green kicks to Melton. To the paint. Curry gets the bucket. 31 points for Stephen Curry.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Pass to Rollins. Turner with a screen on Melton. Back to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Oh, you can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
And here's Melton. Nothing on the board. Here's Curry. And it's sent back by Turner. Outside Anthony. Porzingis against Turner. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Melton passes to Porzingis. That one good for 2. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Pass to Green. Inside. Here's Porzingis. Green, the pass to Melton. Butler from outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
This team does a good job of keeping Butler involved in everything.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Next 10. Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go.
And the Bucks with some changes. Amir Coffey's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Smith subbed in for Cole Anthony. Then for the Warriors, Al Horford's checked in for Green. Bertans comes in for Butler. Moody's subbed in for Stephen Curry. And there's a minute 45 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Giannis against Horford. Turner with a screen on Horford. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Rollins against Melton. Pass to Moody. Melton with a screen on Smith. Back to Melton. 5 to shoot. He can't get it to go.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's guarded by Melton. Good. That's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Screen by Porzingis. Melton passes to Porzingis. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And good! There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Horford with it, out guarded by Giannis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, that's an easy throwdown for him. The rim might as well be 8 feet tall when you're as long as he is.
Giannis outside. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Giannis has got 56 points in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Smith is out there with Rollins. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Sims in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Portis against Horford. Portis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And it's good for 2.
Well, I love watching him carve his way inside and capitalize.
Milwaukee's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Rollins. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it. But I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
Podziemski with it. Back to Horford. They set the pick. A 3-ball. Bangs home the trifecta. Horford's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Horford's three-point shooting has really developed and an impressive journey for him. He understands the value of being a big guy that can spread the floor by making threes.
Coffey tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Melton feeling it out a bit. Outside Butler. Goes back up. Milwaukee with the rebound. Down low. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Slam from Portis. Impressive. Using that size around the rack.
Melton against Rollins. Horford with the screen on Smith. Here's Podziemski. And Horford wide open. He shoots. And it's off from three-point range. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Portis.
An obvious fan favorite. It's all about hard work with Bobby Portis. That's how he proved himself in this league and how he makes a difference night after night.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And Portis drains both of them.
A most valuable role player on this team. Portis' ability to stretch the floor with his shooting, huge.
Melton finds Butler. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Rollins against Melton. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Portis. Fades away. The rebound by Post.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Three-pointer, Horford. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Took him no time at all on that one. Smith's got his first points of the night.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Pass to Podziemski. Three-pointer. Melton, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Smith. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
The kick outside to Butler. To the inside. It's tipped. It's taken away by Smith. Pushing it up. Here's Coffey. Hammers it home, but polish off the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Rollins against Melton. Pass to Portis. Here's Coffey. Here's Rollins. He's guarded by Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. The rebound by Post. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And it's Butler missing. For Milwaukee, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Smith, no good. The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. At the time to go cold. Here's Podziemski, covered by Smith. Here's Butler. Softly drops in the floater. Butler's got 11 in the second half.
What a nice touch on the floater. Butler has perfected that shot, has it down to a science.
Smith with it, and it's Horford picking him up. And there it is for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
There's Portis, and he lays it straight in. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Melton against Rollins. Pass to Podziemski. And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Bucks. Sims is checked in, and it's Jackson in for Amir Coffey. And the Warriors making a change here. Podziemski hits them both. Here's Rollins. Outside Jackson. Pass to Smith. Now here's Portis. Guarded by Green. The fadeaway. Portis can't get it to go. Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Green in the high post. Working on Portis. Porzingis inside. Guarded by Jackson. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Curry. Count that one. Curry's got 33 points.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Out to the right wing. Here's Portis. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Outside, Green. Jackson against Butler. Porzingis with a screen on Jackson. Here's Butler. A beautiful reverse layup. Butler's got 13 points in the second half.
You know, he is really the soul and essence of this team. JB leading them in all facets tonight.
Rollins against Curry. Good. Rollins got 4 points this quarter.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Rollins against Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Now Porzingis. Outside Butler. Jacks up a three. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Rollins against Curry. Inside, Simmons. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Curry with the bounce pass. Pass to Podziemski.
2 minutes.
Green, the screen. Down low, Podziemski finds Green. Great D that time from Portis. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Rollins. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Green, he's checked in for Jackson. Curry passes to Porzingis. Podziemski with it. Will it go? Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And I love what they accomplished here tonight. Made the plays they had to, and that's why they'll go up 1-0 in their season series against the Warriors.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Curry can't get it to go. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. Pass to Portis. 30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. The shot comes out. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Butler, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And he does it with and without the ball. Butler stuffing that stat sheet.
Here's Rollins. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Giannis. The team picked it up in the second half. What changed out there?
We were playing actually really competitive. We were playing hard, but I think in the third quarter, when you start making shots, you even play harder defensively. And we were moving the ball really well. and we were just clicking as a team.
And you guys controlled the last stretch, man. Thanks. Congrats. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.